What?
All right, so this is the class for your agent site on Keller Williams website. The first thing that we kind of have to do and get set up with is logging into Command. And we're going to have to walk through the steps of setting up your site. It's a fairly simple process. It does take a few minutes. So when you log into Command, you're going to come down to the bottom here where it says Consumer. Okay, we're going to click on Consumer. And this is going to bring you into the page where everything that is going to be able to be seen by your client will be viewable and editable. Okay. We're going to click on Agent Site Pages at the top. Yeah, you see there's a bunch of columns here, as well as Site and App Settings, which we'll go to later to see what your domain link is and your app links and things related to your site. So first off, though, we're going to go into Agent Site Pages. You'll see that you'll also be able to see your link for your page once it is configured here, and you'll be able to click on that. It will automatically direct you to your page so that you can copy that link. But what we're interested in on this page is coming over to the right-hand side where it says Configure Your Site. Okay, so by clicking on Configure Your Site, you want to click on I want to use the new KW sites, Submit. And this is going to enter us into the guide section. Now you can see there's multiple sections to this guide. Scroll down just a little bit here and click Get Started. Acknowledge. And this is step one of the process. We want to create what you want your subdomain name to be. So this is going to be the name of your website followed by .kw.com. So as you can see, I basically just used my name, something that's quite easy and simple to remember, rather than having to look up the name of the link for my site. I know it's just tedlarson.kw.com, so I can easily type that into a text message, send that to a client, you know, post it on Facebook, wherever you're trying to type it. You want it to be something that you can memorize or is easy for you to remember. So you type in your subdomain and confirm that it's available. It will let you know that right there, congrats, you have claimed the subdomain name. You scroll down here to marketing profile once you've completed the above step. Open that up. And then you're going to go ahead and start to fill in your information. Anything that has a little red asterisk here, you have to make sure that you have something in that box. So go ahead and complete filling in your names.
I have a question. If I do the biography, can I go back and edit it?
Yeah, so just how you opened it up now to come in to configure your site, you can come back the same way later, just clicking configure and just skipping through the steps. So anything that you fill in now and save and continue, it will already be saved here. And then, yeah, you can come back in here and edit later if needed.
Okay.
So as you work your way through this list here, filling in as much information as the red asterisks are asking for. As you mentioned here, your biography, you can fill in about you, you know, whatever you feel that you want to show up on the About Me section of your page. Your license information. The compliance and legal footer, what they want is each office is independently owned and operated. So make sure that you're entering that in as the legal footer for your websites. That was, you know, asked of us to make sure that we're mentioning to everybody that that is our legal footer.
Okay.
And you go through, like I said, just filling in your information.
What's the compliant, like the title and link? What's that?
So this is just something that I added in there as a part of the legal footer. I put a direct to Keller Williams Langhorne's privacy policy page, just as you know, it being able to show up in the bottom of my pages. You'll see right here, each office independently owned and operated, and then I have the privacy policy. So when people click on that, it'll take them to the Keller Williams, you know, our Langhorne privacy policy.
So we do exactly what you did. Like I would do lisaeisman.kw.com and then /KW/.
Well, no, this is going to be a redirect. So I went
Oh,
to, yeah, I created this privacy policy page and then just linked it to my page. We can get into those, you know, adding pages to your site, how you want to create whatever it is, whatever kind of content you want for your clients to be able to see. You'll create those pages separately later. So as we're walking through this, like I said, like how you mentioned, you wanted to redo your biography later. I came back in here later and added the privacy policy page that I had created onto my main page. Selecting your image, the logo, any social media links if you want people to be able to access your Facebook business page, Twitter business pages, your LinkedIn, so on and so forth. You enter in your personal links. Obviously, you're not going to have all of this right now, so if it doesn't have a red asterisk, you can skip it. Your KW app link, that's going to be back on that site tab page. I'll show you how to get that to add later. Save. It's going to move you into the next section. So style and theme is basically just changing your logos on your pages. You can see right here how mine is a dark theme with the black KW as opposed to just the red KW. That's really all it changes, is that little the header theme. So your home page text, this is going to be what on other sites is called the hero text. This is what's going to show up on the main homepage when you log into your .kw.com domain. So whatever you want to show right above the search bar, you can think of a slogan, you know, real estate by Ted Larson, whatever you want to show up on this kind of main banner here. You can also change the images that pan or carousel rather. You have up to the ability to change 5 different images. So if you're not happy with what is here, you can delete them, upload new images that are relative to you. You can see, like I did City Hall, a bridge in Bucks County, this Philadelphia skyline, just things that are relative to our area rather than what is generic. Fully, again, customizable, and you can edit those back on that main consumer screen as well, and I'll show you that after we exit the guide. Once you have it the way that you prefer, you save that. So the navigation on your main screen for your page that comes up under your agent will show right here, right? So this is just the generic. These are the pages that you're going to get when you complete the guide. So you have a company profile. You can change the way, you know, that appears. You can change that to about KW later. You can edit this instead of about me, you know, whatever you want it, more about me, about Ted, however you wanted that to be worded later. Same thing with contact us or contact me. Search engine optimization. So search engine optimization is if somebody is on Google and they're typing in keywords that are relative to your page, those keywords are going to be here, right? So for the About You section or About Us section, you would type in as detailed of description as possible. So with as many relative keywords as possible, right? So you would want about, you would want your name, maybe realtor, Bucks County, Langhorne area. So typing out a description with those keywords, right? This page is dedicated to finding out more about the realtor, Ted Larson, who operates out of Bucks County, Pennsylvania, servicing all of Langhorne, Montgomery, Philadelphia counties, using descriptive keywords to have for your About Us page, right? Again, so when somebody is in Google and they're typing in looking for a realtor in Langhorne, it's going to prioritize bringing you higher up in the search results on Google, if that makes sense. So anytime that you see SEO, that's just, again, search engine optimization, and that's asking for a detailed description of what the page is that you're creating to make yourself more relative in Google searches or just search engines overall. So because we have company profile selected under the navigation bar, give me 1 second, let me find out who that is. Mute their audio.
Thank you.
Actually, there is quite a bit more people that have logged in. What I'm going to do is, if at all possible, if you can, in the chat box, if you can type just your name for attendance purposes so that I can take a screen cap of that prior to the class ending. The content section of creating your site, right? So what page are we on? We're doing the company profile page, right? So the content for this page, again, here's where you would be able to change the header, the name of what that page shows on the main screen here. So this is, again, page header. If there's a specific image that you wanted to use for this background, you can upload the background or the banner here. Intro paragraph. And anything that you edit or change here, it's going to allow you to see where it shows up on the page, right? So if you wanted to do your intro paragraph, it's going to show you that that's where it's located. You could remove that if you didn't want an intro paragraph, just leave it blank, and then go ahead with the subsection headings. And again, whatever you type here, it will show you what it is going to reflect and how it's going to show on the page. And you would go ahead and complete each section as you need. Upload images as needed for section 1. Scroll down, do part 2, upload the image for section 2. So you can change these however it fits your business model for this particular page about the company profile. Can either skip or save, continue. It's going to take you to the next section, the About Me section, right? If you wanted to skip that for the time being, you would skip. It's going to take you to the Contact Us. And then these sub menus, again, you're just going to edit these however you feel this page is best suited for you. A URL slug. So the URL slug is the second or the back end of what your page is named, right? So you already picked your subdomain, which is, well, mine is tedlarson.kw.com, right? So for the Contact Us section, the back half of the page is what's considered the slug. So if you wanted to put this as contact/us, contact me, whatever you wanted the back end of your page to be considered is known as the slug here. Again, another search engine description or search engine optimization description, the content. It's just rinse and repeat as you work through the specific pages. Clicking through, saving, continue, following the steps, what's next. Site settings, being able to create more sites, and all of that is done through the consumer section. So I'm going to come back out to the main screen here, click on consumer. agent site pages. Oh, lovely. I'm gonna have to go in and edit these off of, delete these off of my page. I did complete the, I didn't mean to click complete through the guide. So those pages that I was just demonstrating are now saved onto my page. If I was to refresh this, you would see as you complete that guide, your saved pages are going to show up. You see I have 2 about me sections.
Oh, that's what it was. I had a question about that. I have the same issue. So how do you delete it? Ted, are you talking? I can't hear you.
Ted, you unmute. Ted, you are muted.
Ted, can you hear us?
Ted, we can't hear you.
I don't think he can hear us.
Oh, I don't think you can either. I don't know how to stop it.
Oh my god.
Ted? No, he definitely can't hear us.
Does anyone have a cell phone number? Text them.
No. Make a sign, hold it up.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. This is really, I feel like he's saying so much.
Yeah, I know. I feel like he's going very fast.
He's in the zone. Ted.
Oh.
Nothing can stop him.
He's doing the whole class.
He really is. I feel so terrible.
Oh no.
Please come back.
Are you able to raise your hand or something? Can you do? I don't
Well,
know.
somebody said something in the chat, but he didn't respond.
A bunch of us said.
Yeah, he may not have it up. Looking at it.
Oh my gosh.
View option.
Oh, raise hand. Ah.
Yeah, where's that?
Oh, wait, reactions. What does this mean?
And
yeah.
participants, you can raise your hand.
Oh, hello.
Those the
You
reaction.
you see
cannot
me?
stop him.
Oh no.
Ted.
Where did you raise your hand? I don't.
Yeah, I can't find
participant.
it.
So the bottom, if you
Push
if you
participants, and
Uh-huh.
you will see on the right lower corner, like raise your hand
Oh, okay.
option.
clap or thumbs up, but I don't think he's seeing it.
Mm-mm.
I know because of my daughter's school classes.
It just clapped. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I feel so bad for him.
I know. He's like,
the whole entire class.
No.
hello.
Yeah.
Ted.
He's in a zone. Waving at him at the same time, he'll wonder what's going on.
Oh no.
No one can hear him, right?
No one.
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Nor they
I
can hear.
think he doesn't see what is going on the screen because he just like.
Yeah, he must not have us up.
He has our faces minimized,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, he hide that window. Yes.
Oh God.
But he should be able to hear us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Hey.
can hear each other.
I don't know why.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh,
Yay!
God, yes! Hooray!
Dad,
Finally.
Wow. I don't
Best
know what
5
happened
minutes.
there. I just noticed on this side it said a bunch of people were talking, and I guess you couldn't hear what I was saying there, huh?
No.
Sorry, like nothing.
Awesome.
You went through a lot too. We felt terrible. We were trying to get your attention in all ways.
All right. I mean, it's not well, it's a big issue for you guys, but we'll go back. So what I was saying is, I created those sites through the guide there, and on my main page, I refreshed, and you can see I have multiple about me's, multiple company profile, about the company. All those pages that I did through the guide automatically saved to my page. So I'll go back in and delete those later. That's not a huge issue for me. But after you work your way through the guide, you come back out to your consumer section, right? So the guide is limited to how many pages you're going to do. It's going to do the about me. It's going to do the contact. It's going to do those generic pages, and that's fine and dandy. But when you guys want to do custom pages, you have to come to consumer, agent sites, and create a new site. So from this point, you're creating a site that you want to attach to your agent site, right? So you click on my agent site. This is where we want the page to be created. You're going to create a page. And it's very important to make sure that in this corner here, you are naming the page properly. If you see right now, it just says new agent site and a bunch of random letters. Now, the more that you come in here and you're playing around and you're making templates, or you're trying to design sites the way that you want them to be shown on your actual agent site, all these random numbers are going to save. So when you go back to make edits later and you've already come in here and played around and made 10, 15 different templates that you weren't happy with yet, you're not going to know which one that was unless you name it properly. So what I was saying prior to losing audio is that if you wanted to do, somebody raised their hand. Did I lose audio again?
You're good.
All right. Yeah, I'm super nervous now. Don't want to go 10 minutes into it and then people say that they couldn't hear me. So people have questions. I see hands raising up. Go ahead. What question?
No, it was about that you were unmuted.
Okay. I just seen people now, like Lola and somebody else had just raised their hands if they had questions before I get too far ahead.
I did try to lower it, but I do have a question about how to delete. As you were saying, you go to create your agent sites and it
Yes.
shows multiple ones. How do you delete it?
Okay. So when you're on the consumer section,
Mm-hmm.
the site and app settings, you're going to click on that. Right here, you'll see where it says site pages. This is going to be all of the pages that are attached to your website, right? So at this point, when you come in here, you'll see all these pages that were created. Anything that you do not want attached to the site,
Okay.
you would click and then delete, right?
Okay.
Click to confirm, delete, click to confirm. It's going to remove that page.
Thank you.
About me, click confirm. And then all your site pages that you create here, you can drag them in any order that you like, right? If you wanted the privacy policy to be number one, whatever way that makes the most sense for you, and then you would just click save. Actually, it looked like it just said my settings were updated automatically, but I always just click save regardless, just to make sure that you have it in the order that you like. Agent site pages, let me come back here. You can see because I deleted that contact us, it is no longer visible on my website. So these little eyeballs here will let you know what pages are currently being shown on your website and what pages are not. So I deleted that one about me section, and that was I had mislabeled it. That should have been recorded classes for the agents that I'm recording. So yeah, once you create the pages and they're named the way that you want them, this is a perfect example for me to be able to show you. Come back into the site pages. You're going to add a page to your website. Right here, agent classes. Again, the slug is the back half of the website. I'm not going to put in a SEO right now, but then save the page. Now, when I refresh my agent site, this drop down will now be agent classes. You'll see is now available here, right? So now when somebody clicks on the agent site classes or agent classes, the smart plans video will be there. My introduction to RPR video will be there. And then as I record more classes, they will be available on my agent site as well. About me section, right? So instead of using the generic template that they give you, you can create your own templates just by coming in, creating a new page in the consumer section. Again, just going to agent sites, creating a new page, and then starting from scratch, dragging images and things that you need. If anybody has questions on how to do more advanced pages, or wants to learn how to do more of the advanced features like changing the background colors, adding borders to text, to images, to make custom pages, feel free to let me know. Send me a Facebook message if you. I have in-office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 4:30. If you want to take a half hour, an hour to go over, a little bit more in depth on what the different sections when creating pages are, I'm more than welcome or more than happy to go over those in detail with you. But for now, the most important thing is coming into consumer, the agent site pages, and then configuring your site. Once you work your way through the guide for configuring your site, then you can come to this section for create a new site. On my agent page, create that page, naming the site. And this is just the simplest one to do as a practice run is for your app download. All you have to do is come down here to where it says download my app under the widgets section. Drag that widget over to the main page here and save the changes. This is automatically going to create this page for you. And it's going to be just bare simple like this. Download my app, save the changes, once you create that page, coming into site and app settings, coming down to the site pages, because now we need to attach the created page to my agent site. Adding a page from this section, whatever you named your page, you're going to select from the list. Continue, name the page. Come over to the slug. Name the page whatever you would like that to reflect on the back half of the domain name. It will show you an example here. This is what the page would be listed as. Write in a detailed search engine description. Again, this just makes you a higher priority on a search engine when people are typing in the keywords that you have listed in your description. And then save the page. Once you save the page, you can come to your agent site, refresh, and any changes that you have made to your agent site, any pages that you have attached, will now show on your drop-down menu of your main site. Also, under site settings and apps, or site and app settings here, the very main page here, the general, instead of going in through the guide, if you want, you can change your hero text and all the images that are relative to the, your area or how you conduct your business, or any custom banners that you may have created in designs. You can delete the stock ones, upload your custom images, always save changes, right? If you're looking for the URLs for your custom website page or your app link URLs, they would be selected under the URLs tab. So when you click here, it's going to show you your subdomain name, your URL for your app, so you can copy and then paste this into a campaign that you're creating. These are, you cannot change these. These are preset. Your app text code. So if somebody was to text your custom code to 87778, it will automatically direct them to a download link. Going back and forth through updating your theme. If you didn't like the dark theme, you could select the red theme, update your theme. I prefer to stay on the dark theme. And your site pages. And then again, these are draggable. You can move them around however you see fit. Delete pages, move them, add pages as needed. If you needed to change, you pick the wrong link, you click select. It will open up the pages that you have available. Select the correct one if you had accidentally picked the wrong one. Mine is correct, so I'm going to cancel out, but then you would save changes. Is there any questions so far? Is there anything that you would like me to start back from at the beginning, or any questions?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's the basics of your agent site getting started. Like I said, if you have any questions on advanced features with changing the different colors and backgrounds and things like that, I've gone through plenty of trial and error on how to custom make some pages that are just not the basics. So if there's a mistake to be made, I'm pretty sure that I've already gone through those errors, and can more than likely help you guys out and ladies out quicker than sitting there and getting frustrated on your own. But yeah, that is the basics of your command agent sites. These will be done in person as well. It's a little bit more difficult to do this, these types of classes online, because it's best to have your device readily available for you to be able to not only see what we're doing on the big TV, but then having a device where you can kind of go in and play around and configure your site. So sometimes having maybe the Zoom meeting itself on a cell phone and leaving your laptop available for you to come in and edit these as we're going through, makes it a little easier. But I will take the recording of this class and make it available for you so that you can always go back as reference for the steps going from point A to from point B, from creating your completing your setup guide through attaching pages to your agent site. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll help you just the best I can.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you.
Ed.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. And like I said, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for coming.